These awesome people spent everything they had on a bus to tour around Canada and raise $1 million. They're letting people buy little squares that they're going to place on their bus. Once the bus is covered and the team raise $1 million, they're going to give the money away to people in communities to fund their passion projects. I don't really have good common sense, so I told them to park by the Halifax boardwalk. Not a good idea.
So it looks like they're here.
Turns out there is no parking for a school bus near the Halifax boardwalk.
I think parking-wise, I think we might have to might have to migrate onto that place down the way here, maybe.
Yeah, whatever works for you.
This is when I realized I had made a big oops and I had no idea where to park a school bus in Halifax.
Well, you're the local man. You can tell me, what do you think?
Absolutely. Well, finding parking is...
Now I'm rambling because I haven't got a clue where on earth to park.
So tell me a little bit about how you got started.
Well, we are from Kelowna, and this is the $1 Million Bus, such as it is. And the three of us have been traveling across Canada in search of really amazing and inspiring community passion projects. And the goal is to sell off all of the outside space of our bus in 1-inch squares. People put their names, their logos, their pictures of them and their family or their cat on the outside of the bus, and then we donate the funds back to hopefully give a boost to these like really cool projects that we're finding across Canada. So this is the living room slash driving slash kitchen slash bedroom.
I love it.
So we got a couch here. It's mounted down and reclines. We got a Chewbacca seat here. Very important.
Chewbacca seat.
Chewbacca seat, man. Yeah.
Where's that name come from?
He sits there. Chewbacca sits here.
I love it.
So. Furnace down there still needs to be tidied up a little bit, and our electrical power, so we can run that outside and keep ourselves warm, plug in the phones and batteries and that kind of stuff. We got running water here when it turns on, so and that drains down to some tanks that we got mounted underneath, which is a huge undertaking. We have our fridge here, freezer, and full of fresh veg and stuff like that. Been awesome hitting like the farmers markets and stuff like that across Canada. So yeah, it's just been super cool. Obviously the stove, furnace, and fridge operate on a big propane tank that we got mounted below. We got bathroom here, which isn't anything fancy, but it lets us sustain ourselves. We got food and clothing storage. This is actually a dinette that we built, so I don't know if you can see, but this is a table that lifts up on a hinge here, and then they got two bench seats there. This is where our freshwater tank is, so that pumps water over to the rest of the facility. We got some beds in the back that are a total mess right now, but but there is where we hang out at the end of the night.
I love this. It's really cozy.
And then a little fan up at the top there that just moves some air. And this is bus life, such as it is. So
I love it.
Yeah, it's not too fancy. Definitely built for function rather than fashion, but it's everything we need right now. And like I said, you live a little lighter to live a little larger. Everything that we've built, it's been something I've never even done before, like with the website, the branding, logos.
Totally new.
When you do something like this, you just kind of you wear all the hats, right? So and then the amazing people that have come out the woodwork to help, right? Like these guys like quitting their jobs and coming across Canada with me and trying to help make this impact project happen.
So how did your friends get involved?
I think my story was on Canada Day, and Ryan was showing off the bus downtown, and I just walked in and I knew the two of them were going, and I'm friends with both of them, and I saw a third bed. I'm like, who's the third person coming along with you? And at the time you wanted to do a contest to see who could come along. I said, well, what if I wanted to come?
Yeah.
Well, okay, well, you can do the contest and we'll just rig it so that you win.
And then
that was it. The rest was history.
That's so good.
Yeah.
And how about you? How do you?
I met Ryan a year ago. He was on a different passion project then, sort of really finding his own spirit and kind of I guess purpose then, and he had an experience day where he was going to try and do 25 wineries in one day. I figured someone might need to film that.
Yeah, I imagine.
I guess by the end of it, it's going to be some fairly wobbly footage. So
Totally.
I came along and filmed it for the day and helped them out with that, and kind of just fell in love with the idea and the concept of what he was trying to do then.
We're going to look up from the back.
There we go.
Yeah, we used used to have a lock on the front here, so like you'd close it and then you could hammer this and it would open the doors. But unfortunately, the lock busted, so we had to take the whole thing apart. We haven't got it fixed yet, so now every time we exit, we have to close it and then go out the back and padlock it. It's a pain in the ass, but.
Should we plug our ears?
Yeah.
I do plug mine because I do that for most of the day.
Yeah.
Yep. That was hands down one of the coolest stories I've ever heard.